अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. In the continuation of reading the book Nectarean Ocean of the Holy Name, when Srila Prabhupada was preaching in the West, he was often asked if Krishna was the only name of God. Srila Prabhupada answered that one could chant Allah or any other name of God like Jehovah, Adonai, etc. If you already have one name of God and chant, then you can continue to chant it. Srila Prabhupada wanted these people to take their own religion seriously. However, he did not conceal that the name of Krishna is God's highest name. Srila Prabhupada said that those who did not know any other name could chant the name Krishna by receiving it from him. 3 stages of chanting. Now, by considering the different stages of chanting and their relationship to the progressive degrees of Krishna consciousness, we will study the path through these stages, leading to the perfected platform of pure love of Krishna. 3 stages are distinguished. Stage 1, Shuddha Nama. This is the pure stage of chanting where Krishna fully reveals himself together with the entirety of his innumerable potencies. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur describes in the verse which we have already quoted on page 20 the ecstasy of Shuddhanama chanting. The holy name is the bud of the flower of divine love and is the very abode of astonishing mellows. Such is the power Krishna manifests that when his holy name starts to blossom a little further, it then reveals his own divine forms and qualities. Thus my heart is abducted and taken directly to Krishna. Blossoming fully, the flower of the holy name takes me to Vraja and reveals to me his own love dalliance. This name gives to me my own eternal spiritual body, keeps me in right by Krishna's side, and completely destroys everything related to this mortal frame of mind. The name of Krishna is a transcendental touchstone, a mine of all devotional mellows. It is eternally liberated and the embodiment of pure rasa. When all impediments to the pure chanting of the holy name are taken away and destroyed, then my happiness will know its true awakening. Srinama Mahatmaya 6 to 8. A devotee who chants Shuddha Nama experiences Krishna appearing personally on his tongue. As an effect of this chanting, he is bestowed pure love of Godhead. Nama Abhasa Stage 2. This is chanting on the clearing stage, with the deliberate endeavor to avoid offenses and to hear the holy name with full attention. On this stage, pure love of Godhead will not manifest immediately. It is not only attained by Shuddha Nama. Nevertheless, Namabhasa is considered very auspicious because it leads to pure chanting and destroys all sins. By serving the spiritual master with full attention while chanting Namabhasa, one gradually rises to the platform of Shuddha Nama and thus attains the final goal, pure love. Third stage, Nama Aparadha. Chanting with offenses. On this stage, pure love is even further away than on the clearing stage. As long as the chanting is performed with offenses, it is absolutely impossible to attain love of God. Nothing else should be aspired than to progress to the next stage as quickly as possible. Offenses have to be given up. Questions. Before proceeding to the next chapter, I recommend that you answer the following questions. Why did Lord Chaitanya preach the chanting of the holy name in Kali Yuga? Question second. Why did he not recommend karma or jnana? Question third. What is the difference between the principal and the secondary name of God? Question 4. Describe the different kinds and effects of chanting. Chanting on the offensive stage. The effects of Nama Aparadha. The repeated chanting of the holy names of Krishna should bring us very quickly to the stage of pure love of God. We should become free from material desires and attain perfection. If these signs do not manifest at all, or only very gradually, it has to be concluded that we are still committing offences against the holy name of the Lord. Which are these serious offences that deprive us of the fruits of our spiritual activities, and how can they be avoided? In a conversation with Narad Muni, the great sage Sanat Kumara describes 10 different kinds of offences. Padma Purana, Brahma Kanda 25.15 to 18. Number 1 offense: to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Offense 2: to consider the names of the demigods like Shiva or Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Offense 3: to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Offense 4: to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Offense 5: to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be a imagination or exaggeration. Offense 6: to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. Offense 7: to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. Offense 8: to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruity activities, Karmakanda. Offense 9: to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Offenses 10: to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting the holy name. By continuing offenses against the holy name, we lose our taste for spiritual activities. We just won't feel any pleasure in hearing, chanting, and performing devotional service. We are like a person affected with high fever who finds it impossible to eat delicious food. Such a person, however, can be cured in due course of time by proper medicine and a suitable diet. Then the body will be able to eat the usual food again. Similarly, through continuous, long lasting spiritual practice, the devotee can nullify the consequences of nama paradas and regain his taste for the holy name. Through repeated hearing and chanting, and through other processes, pure love of Godhead is revealed step by step as described by Srila Rupa Goswami. So I stop here for today's reading, just briefly summarize. So when Srila Prabhupada was spreading Krishna consciousness in West, people had questions like, of course, like why only we have to take Krishna's name? Can we take any other name? Srila Prabhu was very smart and clever enough to answer this question by asking them to continue if they have their own God's name, not emphasizing to just take Krishna's name. Of course, he did suggest to take Krishna's name people who did not have any other God's name options. Then we discussed about 3 stages of chanting, where it is Shuddha Nama and Nama Bhasa and Nama Parada. Shuddha Nama is absolutely onto the higher stage, a pure stage of chanting, which leads to the love of Godhead. This is the prerequisite for Shuddha Nama is to be of Nama Habasa stage, which is a clearing stage, which we all are struggling into this stage and trying to get to the stage of Shuddha Nama. Nama Abhasa is a stage where we are aware of that we commit offenses and we try to bring our attention to the holy name. Nevertheless, it is better considering than to Nama Aparada. Nama Aparada is absolutely to be avoided. And every time when we are in temple, we try to read all the offenses which leads to Nama Aparada, which is a great hindrance for our spiritual growth. However, if one is careful enough and take care of these offenses, one can lead to Nama Bhasa and eventually Nama Shuddha. And we have already aware of these offenses which we have read. So let's make an effort to not to commit these offenses.